Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another holiday makeup edit video. In this video, I will be going through what I'm going to be taking on my Los Angeles trip with me. We're going there for about 10 days and I have very carefully thought out everything that is going on my face. This is it. Before we go though, I am going to be wearing all my Halloween jumpers because over there it's in the late 20s, early 30s. I will not be needing this. So, a little disclaimer as well, I am getting over a cold, so throughout this video I will sound quite snotty. I do apologise. So guys, without further ado, let's get some of this on my face. So, this is the makeup bag. This is what we're taking, potentially. This is why I love to do these videos, because I need to know what is going to be going in here for my 9 days. So yeah, skincare. First of all, I've just used my micellar water, but I won't be taking that with me. I'll be taking just the simple face wipes. I'll just be using those. But I am taking what's left of this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. It is a glass bottle, which does worry me slightly, but this time I am bringing a big case, so it should be fully protected by everything. And I just use like 2 pumps because they don't give you full pumps. It's like 1.5. So I'm just going to use that because obviously it's going to be hot there, guys. I'm really so confused because obviously it's fall, and in my head, like, I'm just totally ready to hanker down for winter. We've never been on a summer break this late before. Like, we usually go to America and Canada in like September. Never have we ever gone this late in the year. And obviously I've just got massive spots. So that was the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. I love it. As I said before, it's so expensive, but it's really, really great. So I don't mind spending the money on that. Then I bought a travel size of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and Night Cream. This is 15ml. I've not even opened it because between you and I, this is why I need to try this. I've never used this for any length of time. Like, I've only ever had those tiny sample sizes. And basically, I just wanted to try it and see if it was worth the hype. And if, obviously, because on holiday, I'm going to be wearing, you know, good makeup and stuff like that. I kind of want my makeup to last the day, look really great. And because Charlotte Tilbury is a makeup artist, her skincare is created to make your makeup look amazing with her skincare. So that's kind of what we're going for. That's my theory. That's my logic. It's very nice. And like I said, I have used it before, but only those little sachets that she gives you in, like, when you do orders and stuff. I've never actually owned a pot of this. I use the eye cream and I love it, but I just need to make sure this is going to be okay with my skin, because if it isn't, I'll have to decant some Elemis. But hence why we're testing this, because I've only got a 15ml size, but you don't need much actually. It's very thick. So that's the size. But what's weird is this is 15ml as well. And this is the eye cream. Look at the difference. Like, how is that? Anywho, so the eye cream I've got is very much loved. Will definitely last for the next 2 weeks. So we're basically going in like a week and a half's time. And this is why I had to do this video kind of sick, because next week is my last week at home. And next weekend will be all about packing and stuff, because I've got 2 days or 3 days left at work and then I'm done. So next weekend is very much going to be a packing, house admin kind of weekend. So yeah, I will not be. Oh yeah, and next Saturday I've got the day pretty much is like a beauty day. I've got my hair appointment, my nail appointment. I'm getting my feet and my hands done, and my brows, because they are getting slightly unhinged now. So that's the skincare done. So for the base, we've got 2 options. I've got the Wonder Glow by Charlotte Tilbury, which is the Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer, or depending on how glowy you want to go, the Flawless Filter. And this is actually in shade number 3, which is one lighter than I normally go. But I got this in a set, and I think you couldn't really choose the shade, so that's fine. I think I'm going to do Wonder Glow because this is bigger. And I just want to see, I'm going to do both because I want to see the glow with both. And again, this is purely a test to kind of see what I want to take with me and how it's going to look on the skin, how it's going to last, because it's the morning now. So, and if it all doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do really, because I've got no backups. It's very nice. It's kind of like another layer of moisturizer, which obviously I'm not mad at. Oh, and I forgot to say, I've got my Bobbi Brown SPF 50 primer that I'm gonna bring with me, but I'm not gonna put that on now because obviously it's like dark outside and I'm not going out today and I don't want to waste it, but I would put that on first. And I know that works with pretty much everything, so I know it's not going to break me out, so I would put that on before this step. So this glow is quite nice. We'll do the flawless filter anyway, because, you know, why not? Need a bit of extra coverage, the spots are spotting. Again, it's been really like a bit run down and not very well, and just, it's annoying, isn't it? But at least in my head, it's like it's getting it done before the holiday, you know? Yeah, that's nice. And look, it does give you a bit of coverage. Not much, but a bit. And now, foundation options. Obviously, taking my Lasting Perfection. Again, this is a new one because I don't want to run out of my favourite when I'm over there. With this concealer, it's one of those ones where it lasts for ages or it doesn't last at all. I tend to go through one every sort of month or 6 weeks, but you don't have any warning. Like, you know when a product's going to run out and like it spits, if it's a squirty or a pump and it spits at you, you're like, oh, it's getting close. This thing, you could use it, and then suddenly one day it's just gone. And you're like, oh, okay then. And I do not want that happening while I'm over there because I know you can't get over there. It's a UK brand, so I don't want to be wasting my holiday trying to find a flipping concealer. So I'm just going to put a bit of extra on here and let it sit for a minute. Right. And then on this holiday, because it is going to be sunny and I am going to pick up colour, because I have olive skin, I tend to pick up a tan quite quickly. I am using the Laura Mercier setting powder, but I'm going to take the shade Honey that I stopped using here about a month ago. So whatever is left, I'm bringing that with me because that is slightly tinted and I think it will work with a tan. Have the chance to sit for a minute. I'm just going to dab this in with the small end of the Charlotte Tilbury contour brush, just to kind of, it's a brilliant stipple brush, but this other end, I don't contour my nose, so I don't use it for that, but it's just really good for getting that coverage just where you need it. Contour, I don't really use it, I don't know, I don't really know how to contour, I don't get it, but I find it's quite good as like an extra bronze. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm taking this because I have been using it. This is the fair medium, yeah. And I got the dark as well, and I have to be honest, the dark does kind of work better. So you just kind of squeeze a little bit out. It is very watery. Just above the cheek. And this line here. And again, for me, I don't really use it for contour. I just use it for a bit of extra colour. It's a nice little bronze. And I just stipple it in so it doesn't bother anything underneath it. Doris is right behind you guys, so if this camera suddenly flies off or the edit's weird, just know she's decided to get involved in the filming of this video. I am worried about leaving her. Not worried, that's not the right word. I'm sad about leaving her because she is so clingy and so like in love with us. And this is the longest holiday we've left her for. We left her for a week. We went to Norway and she was fine. This is like 10 days, 10 days with my mum. Mum loves her to death. I know she'll be fine. It's just me being a cat mum and just feeling like an absolute dirtbag. So there we go. That's that. I'm going to set it down now with the Laura Mercier Honey Translucent Setting Powder. If you look at this, let's see how yellow it is. I've got an itchy eye. It is quite, oh, just poured it all down my sleeve. It's wet. Shit. What an idiot. And then with that, I'm going to use my usual mini complexion brush by Charlotte Tilbury. This, people ask me where to get it because they couldn't find it anywhere, and I got it from Vinted. So a lady was selling a whole set of Charlotte Tilbury brushes, and I got it in that set, and it wasn't an official set, it was like a bundle. So I think this is from, after doing a little bit of research, I think this is from her mini travel kit. But honestly, for me, this brush is amazing for powder because it gives me enough powder but it doesn't look too cakey. This at this point does look a little bit mad because I haven't got any tan. So my first few days in LA I might look a little bit dodgy. We'll make it work. Once I use bronzer it'll be fine. And with this brush I use a lot less product, so I get a lot more of a natural finish, which I really like. Because my other brush that I used, remember, was my Real Techniques powder brush, and it was flipping massive. And I just got so much product on the brush, and my makeup did look quite heavy. When I look back, I was like, ooh, it's not cute. So this is much better for them. Okay. Now let's go on to eyes. So for eyes, I've gone for two very different palettes. I've gone for the Huda Beauty Khaki palette because this has got greens, browns, it's got some golds in there and some coppers, so nice autumn shades. And I know the colour payoff and the blending is amazing with this palette. And then I've gone for my travel go-to, which is the Dior House of Dreams, the couture collection from like 3 Christmases ago. I love this palette. It doesn't look very much, but it's so good. And I have bought with me as base colours for my cream shadows. I've got Forest by Bobbi Brown, which is a green shade, like a greeny brown, so it'll work with both, all the shades from the Huda one. And then I've got Smoky Topaz, which is kind of a pinky purpley shade, which will work with the Dior. And I know that works for a fact because that's exactly what I took to my last trip to Amsterdam. That's all I used in Amsterdam because we were only there for a few days. So I know that that palette works. So I think we're going to do the Huda one because it's a new, not a new one on me. I've been using that palette for years, but I haven't used it on holiday ever, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go in with the Forest, and it's quite dark, so I'm not going to go too wild. We'll blend it out with a brush. I'd like to see, you can see I don't put it on very neatly because we're going to blend it out anyway. And I basically just use this as a base to keep, oh, it's a bit too big, to keep the shadow in place because I have got greasy eyelids. Oily eyelids, I should say, not greasy. So yeah. And once this sets down, it doesn't budge, which is amazing. So that'll do, just over the river, as Erica would say. Lots of you have messaged me and said you've followed Erica Taylor now on TikTok, and she's been really helpful. She has, she's amazing. So this same brush I will use for my, actually no, I'm going to use my mini Natasha Denona brush for the base shade. This Natasha Denona brush, annoyingly you can't buy it. I got it in the Metropolis kit, the mini palette that was a few Christmases ago, and then I found a spare one on eBay, so I've actually got two, because these are just lovely flat brushes for setting down your base shadow. So I'm gonna try, let's do browns, because that's gonna work. So I'm gonna use the dark brown here, just put that all over the crease. It's very pigmented. Wow, it's really pigmented. So yeah, I need colour and shadows that are going to last. This would be quite good for like an evening situation, a dinner out situation. And then I'm going to use that brush just to blend it all out. So yeah, we're going to Los Angeles, then the Joshua Tree Desert, then to Vegas, then home. Vegas for Halloween is like, well, let's face it, it's like the mothership calling me home, isn't it? You know me, you know I love my Halloween. So that I would happily quite actually leave that there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use this copper and put it on top. I'll just do it with my finger, it's the best way. Just as a bit of extra dimension. And I love the Huda shimmers because they're not too heavy. It kind of blends into the colour that you're using. And I don't know what it is, but when you put a glittery shadow on as well, it just tends to last longer as well. And these are great, there's no fallout, it's just easy breezy. And annoyingly, I don't think that palette is available anymore. I'm really sorry, but I'm just being real with what I'm taking. If you didn't snap it up at the time, you should have, but I don't know. If it's available, I'll link it below. I'll use that little brush just to kind of, and I'm taking all these brushes with me as well, obviously. It would basically be the either 227, about 3 of those for blending, and the 2 Natasha Denona makeup brushes. This is the setting brush by Real Techniques, but for me it just sits really nicely under my eyes, so I use that for my under eye setting powder. Now we're going to do eyeliner, and I'm not going to film me doing that because you've seen it a million times. I'll put some B-roll in, but I'm taking Obsidian by Hourglass, and I will explain why when I'm doing my mascara. I'm using Obsidian is because it's a gel eyeliner, and the Kat Von D one is amazing. It doesn't budge, but when my eyes water, if it's chilly or whatever, it does come off. I lose my wing. And with Obsidian, I don't really put a wing on. I kind of just make an eyeline, so I'm just taking that. And I recently bought the set of 3, because I had some credit to use on Cult Beauty. So for mascara, I'm taking the Mini Caution by Hourglass. I got this free as a deluxe sample when I purchased the new Evil Eye palette. So I'm just going to lift up here because of the Botox. Can't raise my eyebrows anymore until probably like late December, early Jan. And just apply that. It's not the best mascara, like I really like it, and I have been saving it for my holiday, but it's not one that I'd be like rush out and get it, but I do like it. I wouldn't pay full price for one, but the thing is, whenever they do their deluxe samples, I do tend to pick up a mascara because value wise it is the best of the deluxe samples in my opinion. That or the translucent powder, because you get a decent amount, but this will easily last me like 10-11 days on holiday. So it's obviously in black as well, ultra black. For complexion, now I put all this on the order that I put it on my face ordinarily, and I'm taking with me the Hourglass Leopard palette because this has got all of my favourite shades in. It's got dim light, it's got the best bronzer, it's got 2 really nice blushes. That one I never use, but you know, you're always going to get one thing in these palettes you don't like. The highlight is okay, it's gold, but it's okay. So it's mainly for the bronzer, so I will use my Ambient lighting brush to dip in the bronze, and then just kind of, I dab it and then blend it out. And this is a really nice bronzer. It's just kind of, as you can see, quite neutral. Like I said before, a lot of the Hourglass bronzers on me lean very orange, but this is perfect. And then for the blush, let's go for the marbly job. Why not? Blend it out with the other side of the brush. Then the highlight just with the side of the bronzy bit. I mean, it is nice. It's not gold. This is the thing with Hourglass. When you see it in a pan, like packed, it's like, oh, that's really bright. But you put it on, it's actually just gorgeous. And I use this again to kind of blend everything together. And that's that done. That's why I take this with me. And I take this with me on the aeroplane so I can touch up en route. So I filled in my brows off camera, but you guys know I use the Hourglass Arch Brow Soft Brunette to fill in the front and to shape the brows, and then the Warm Brunette to fill in. So that is that done. Now we go on to eyeliner and lips. I usually leave my eyeliner till last because I want to see how the look looks. Sometimes I don't need it, but if I do, I use the L'Oreal Cappuccino Bronze. For the daytime. For evening, I would go darker, maybe do like a really dark brown or a black, but usually day to day, I just love the bronze. It's dark enough for me. I don't want my eyes to look too small. My eyes are quite small anyway, and as I'm not 100% well, they tend to get a lot smaller. So that's that. Lips, I do have some options, and I will explain them now. I'm going to try this time and not take 30 lip colours with me because that is my downfall. So because the looks I have are quite neutral, I'm going to take, obviously, the Dior Lip Glow, and this is in 39, which is the brown. It's warm beige, so it will look really nice with this look. I'm going to put most of these on just to show you the different ones. So this is basically, if you don't know, you need to get involved, a lip balm with a hint of colour that brings out the natural colour of your lips. So I have many of them, but this one is one of my favourites, only because it's brown. It kind of goes with this look and any look from that Huda palette. And also it probably would go with the Dior, to be fair. It's not too brown leaning, if that makes sense. I think it would adapt to any. And then I've also got a nice bright red for going out in the evenings, and this is Hourglass Ice Still. Reluctant to show you guys this because it isn't available anymore. These, annoyingly, they're refillable lipsticks. They discontinued them once I'd got about 1 million of them, which is very annoying. But the reason I love them, and I'm taking them with me because again I'm just keeping it real, is because of the shape of them. You can use it as a lip liner and a lipstick. Allow me to demonstrate. So I turn it on its side and I line. Do you see? And then I fill. And when I say this will not come off, it will not come off. It's one of my favourite reds. It is so flipping bright. And it works really well with the Huda eye. And it wouldn't work with this. It would work if I only used the silver. I could use the Huda as like the transition shades and then put the silver on its own. But it depends how bougie we're going to go with the makeup. That's pretty blingy and quite Christmassy. But I do love a red lip for a nice dinner. And I think because I'm packing quite, I say this now, I'm packing quite minimal. I want to have casual clothes because the majority of the things we're doing are casual. But then if I have to dress it up, I would dress it up with lip colours, jewellery, that kind of thing. So that's the method behind my my thinking. And then for the Dior palette, which if you imagine these shades, we're going to be using the Dior Lip Glow in Rosewood, which is quite pinky shade. I'm not going to apply it here because it won't work with this look, but I will insert the B-roll for you. It's a very nice one, and again, it's just a really nice moisturising lip balm. And then we're going to use Charlotte Tilbury Glowing Gen. Again, I think I have B-roll, I'll put it in. If not, I can just apply it here. And this was made for Jennifer Aniston. But again, it's just a really nice neutral pink. I don't do pink lipstick, I can't, it doesn't work for me. But this one is a really nice, just a really nice pink. My teeth nice and white. Doesn't look good with this eye though, so we're going to remove. But yeah, those are the lip products I'm taking. Hopefully I won't have to pack another 30 more. And then to set everything, the Charlotte Tilbury Air Brush setting spray, because it's the best setting spray in the whole wide world. Pack the travel size and the full size. Fan included. Not really, I didn't get the fan included. I bought this on holiday, but I love using fans for skincare and setting spray. It just makes everything just dry down without any leakage. And we are done. That is my LA face. What do we think? So yeah, that's exactly what I'm taking. Every single thing. I love how it looks. And let's just pray it lasts throughout the day. If I remember, I'll do a check-in before I wash it off tonight to show you, because now I've got this on, I won't need to touch up. Literally, your makeup will not budge for like 16 hours. I've got the big one as well. I wear it every day for work. And when I tell you I don't touch up in the afternoon anymore, I really, really don't. This says it's like 16 hours or something. But yeah, whatever it says, I believe it. It's definitely true. So take a good look. This now, and we will check in later on. Guys, this is my evening check-in. The lighting is quite bad because it's night time. Right, so I've still got a cold, so my nose makeup has completely come off, but that is obviously going to be expected. But the rest of it is really good. I'm really happy with that. Obviously, when I go on holiday, I'm not going to be sick, fingers crossed. So this should last perfectly well. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna go wash it off now and test my nighttime skincare. I'm gonna try the Charlotte Tilbury night cream, which I'm really excited about because I've never tried that before at all. But the face cream so far hasn't broken me out. I've still got all my other makeup on except for around my nose and just around here. So I'm happy with that. There we have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this week's video. When you see this, we probably will be almost home. So I really hope that you follow me on Instagram to keep up with my travels and all the things we're going to be doing. I'm very, very excited to go on holiday. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below, what are your makeup must-haves for your holidays? And what do you think of what I've taken? Is it a good selection? Is it too much? Like, what would you normally take? Because I think this, for me, is very conservative. So guys, take care. I will see you when we're back in England. Have a great week. See you next week.